all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Red, up. Hey. 4 down. 18. Red, up.
On first down, Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there of 22.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Hurry.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Hey, 18. Red, up.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. To Barkley on the check down. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go. Run the ball after this. Red, up.
4 down. Check.
18. Red, up.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go. Run the ball after this. Red, up. 4 down. Red, up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Check 83. Ball's going to 83.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Red, up.
Here we go.
Red, up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He dumps it off to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, there we go, baby.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Single. I got a single on the slot.
Watch it now, Barney.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Rosen now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Leopard. Gun.
That one's got 4 down.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Watch it now, Barney.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit him with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something? How would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
SOS.
They'll toss it to Breida. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was always a tough moment because where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside. It's a lot longer run, and you got to make sure your angle is right because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a lot of bodies out leading a runner. And on this play, the defenders were finally able to rally to the ball after a big pickup of yardage and hurt him out of bounds.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hut!
To throw is Rosen. Now he's forced out left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They run with Hunt, and a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
Come on.
On 2nd down, Rosen. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Gun! Over! He's coming. Double up. Gun!
Now it's Rosen. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
On 3rd down, Rosen. This will be caught at about the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Shit! Over! Jack!
And now it's Rosen looking. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Nice hit, boy!
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Bruce caught it with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They'll start on the ground with Breida. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Rosen will throw, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Green.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of three, second down. Now it's Breida. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Red, up. Hey, 18, up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Hey, 18.
Trubisky will throw. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cameron Meredith, as the first half is winding down, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch 84. Watch 84.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Elliott now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Over!
Hey, 50.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now Rosen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Here's Rosen to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a
All right, now,
mile.
lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
Hey, gotta go.
They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the 2nd week in a row?
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Red, up.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Line 55, line 55. Hey, eat.
Again, it's Barkley across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now it's Trubisky. A dump off to Lacey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Jets. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. And even 60 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit!
Again, it's Rosen. The quick slant caught. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
18, 18.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Guys, check me out.
They go play action. Trubisky looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Titans. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
On play action, Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's the backup Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Out come the Titans now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Titans! Mitchell Trubisky, 31 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over!
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Gun!
On first down, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Over! Set! Green!
To throw is Darnold. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney! Check! Detroit!
Now it's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down to Barkley on the check down. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 18. White 80.
Trubisky will throw. Now he steps away. And his throw here's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Red, up.
Mike, 53.
Again, it's Trubisky. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Leopard, over.
Mike's 50.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Detroit!
We got 4.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? But maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! Over! All right, here we go. Green 39!
Crunch.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Over!
Back to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
Gone!
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A first down carry for Barkley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll run it again with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.